Hello everyone, hope you all are well. So today we will going to discuss about network topology and which is also called graph theory. So the word topology refers to the science of place in mathematics. Topology is a branch of geometry in which figures are considered perfectly elastic. So network topology is a graphical representation of electric circuit. It is useful for analyzing complex electric circuit by converting them into network graphs. Network topology is also called as graph theory. So myself Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department GKCM JIS Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uit@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcm@jisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. You can get all the lecture in my Facebook page and also in my YouTube channel. So before starting this lecture, I want to share with you something that was told by Malala Yousafzai, that one child, one teacher, one pen and one book can change the world. So before starting the actual lecture, I want to share the syllabus with you. The name of the course is Electric Circuit Theory, course code PCW301, semester 3rd. Teaching scheme: theory lecture 3 hours per week, tutorial 1 hour per week, practical 2 hours per week, and this is your credit point 4+1. About those objective I have already discussed in my previous classes. So about this content, I have already covered introduction portion, coupled circuit portion, network theorem portion, and two-port network analysis portion. So today I will going to discuss about graph theory and network equation. So as we know that the basic terminology of network, that's topology. Now let us discuss about the basic terminology involved in this network topology. So network topology refers to the properties that relate to the geometry of the network or circuit. These properties remain unchanged even if the circuit is bent into any other shape, provided that parts are cut and no new connections are made. So now what is graph? Network graph is simply called as graph. It consists of a set of nodes connected by branches. In graphs, a node is common point of two or more branches. So about the nodes, branches, mesh, loop, I have already discussed in my previous classes. So you all know that what is node, what is branch, what is loop, what is mesh. So a branch is a line segment that connect two nodes. Very easy. So any electrical circuit or network can be converted into its equivalent graph by replacing the passive elements and the current source with open circuit. That's mean the line segment in the graph represent the branches corresponding to their passive elements or voltage source of electric circuit. So let us discuss with an example. Let us consider the following electric circuit. In this circuit there are four principal nodes and those are labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 7 branches in the above circuit. What is branch? We all know that, among which one branch contained 20-volt voltage source, another branch contained 4 ampere current source, and the remaining 5 branches contain resistor having resistance of 30 ohm, 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 10 ohm and 20 ohm respectively. Okay, so this is the circuit. So an equivalent graph corresponding to the above circuit is shown in this figure. So in the above graph there are 4 nodes and those are labeled with 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. These are same as that of principle of nodes. Okay. In the electric circuit there are 6 branches in the above graph and those are labeled with A, B, C, D, E, F respectively. Look here. So in this case we got one branch less in the graph because the 4 ohm current source is made as open circuit. While converting the electric circuit into its equivalent graph, from example we can conclude the following points: that the number of nodes present in a graph will be equal to the number of graphical nodes present in an electric circuit, and the number of branches present in a graph will be less than or equal to the number of branches present in an electric circuit. Okay, now we will discuss about types of graph. So there are following are the types of graphs. It's a connected graph, unconnected graph, and direct graph and indirect graph. Now let us discuss about these graphs one by one. So connected graph. So if there exists at least one branch between any of the two nodes of a graph, then it is called a connected graph. That means each node in the connected graph will be having one or more branches that are connected to it. So no node will present as isolated or separate. So this is a connected graph. This is a picture of connected graph. Here all the nodes are connected by 3 branches. Okay. Now unconnected graph. So if there exists at least one node in the graph that remains unconnected by even single branch, then it is called an unconnected graph. So there will be one or more isolated nodes in an unconnected graph. Consider this following figure is an unconnected graph. In this graph, the nodes 2, 3, 4 are connected by 2 branches each, but not even a single branch has been connected to the node 1. So the node 1 becomes an isolated node, hence the above graph is an unconnected graph. Okay. Next, directed graph. So what is directed graph? If all the branches of a graph are represented with arrows, then that graph is called as a directed graph. This allows indicate the direction of current flow in each branch. Hence, this graph is also called as oriented graph. Consider this graph shown in this picture is an oriented graph or directed graph. Okay, so in the above graph, the direction of the current flow is represented with an arrow in each branch. Here it is directed graph. So that, okay, now we will discuss about undirected graph. In this picture, by seeing this picture, you can understand what is undirected graph. If the branches of a graph are not represented with arrows, then that graph is called as undirected graph. Since there are no direction of current flow, this graph is also called as unoriented graph. Okay, so the graph that is shown in this was this first example, or here also called unoriented graph. In this picture, look here, there is no arrow. Okay, because there is no arrow on the branches of this graph. Okay, so this is undirected graph. After this, we will discuss about subgraph and its type. So subgraph is nothing but a part of graph which is called as a subgraph. So we get subgraph by removing some nodes or branches of a given graph. So the number of branches or nodes of a subgraph will be less than that of the original graph. Hence we can conclude that subgraph is a subset of a graph. So following are the two types of subgraph: tree and co-tree. Okay, so let us discuss about tree. So tree is a connected subgraph of a given graph which contain all the nodes of a graph, but there should not be any loop in the subgraph. So the branches of a tree are called as tweaks. Consider the following connected subgraph of the graph which is shown in this example of the beginning of this chapter also and here also. Okay, so the connected subgraph contains all the 4 nodes of the given graph and there is no loop, hence it is a tree. Okay, very easy. So this tree has only 3 branches out of 6 branches of given graph, because if we consider even single branch of the remaining branches of the graph, then there will be a loop in the above connected subgraph. Then the resultant connected subgraph will not be a tree. So from the above tree, we can conclude that number of branches that are present in a tree should be equals to n minus 1, where n is the number of nodes of the given graph. Okay. Now we will discuss about co-tree. So co-tree is a subgraph which is formed with the branches that are removed while forming a tree. Hence it is called as complement of a tree. For every tree there will be a corresponding co-tree and its branches are called as links. Remember, links or cords. Okay. In general, the links are represented with dotted line. Okay, dotted line. So the co-tree corresponding to the above tree is shown in this figure. So this co-tree has only 3 nodes instead of 4 nodes of the given graph, because node 4 is isolated from the above co-tree. Therefore, the co-tree need not be connected subgraph. This co-tree has 3 branches and they form a loop. The number of branches that are present in a co-tree will be equal to the difference between the number of branches of a given graph and the number of twigs. Mathematically it can be written L equals to B minus within bracket n minus 1 or L equals to B minus n plus 1. Okay, where L is the number of links, B is the number of branches present in the given graph, or n is the number of nodes present in the given graph. Okay. Now what is original graph? Simple. If we combine a tree and it is corresponding co-tree, then we will get the original graph as shown here. So this tree branches D, E, F are represented with solid lines. The co-tree branches A, B, C are represented with dotted line. Okay, so this is original graph. So let us summarize what is the properties of tree of electric network. So a tree consists of all the nodes of the electric network. A tree has a number of branches which is less than 1 of number of nodes of the electric network. A tree must not have any closed path in any part of it. So there may be many different possible trees in same electrical network. The sum of the number of the branches in a tree and the number of branches of its co-tree is equal to the total number of branches of their electric network. Then the number of independent Kirchhoff voltage law equation can be formed for an electric network, which is equals to its number of links or cords of co-tree. So the number of KVL equation is L dash equals to B minus N plus 1, and the number of independent Kirchhoff current law equation can be formed for an electric network is equals to its number of twigs. So number of KCL equation equals to L equals to N minus 1. Okay. So now we will discuss about matrices associated with network graphs. So we are already discussed how to convert an electric circuit into an equivalent graph. Now let us discuss the network topology matrices which are useful for solving any electric circuit or network problem by using their equivalent graph. So these are the following 3 matrices that are used in graph theory. Number 1 is incident matrix, number 2 fundamental loop matrix, and number 3 fundamental card set matrix. So one by one I will discuss about everything. So first is incident matrix. So an incident matrix represent the graph of a given electric circuit or network. Hence, it is possible to draw the graph of the same electric circuit or network from the incident matrix. So we know that graph consists of a set of nodes and those are connected by some branches. So the connecting of branches to a node is called as incidence. Okay. Incidence matrix is represented with the letter A. Okay. Letter A. It is also called as node to branch incidence matrix or node incident matrix. If there are n nodes and b branches are present in a directed graph, then the incident matrix will have n rows and b columns. Listen carefully. If there are n nodes and b branches are present in directed graph, then the incident matrix will have n rows and b columns. Okay. Here row and columns are corresponding to the nodes and branches of directed graph. Hence the order of the incident matrix is n into b. Okay. Order is n into b. Like this, it can be n into b. So the elements of incident matrix will be having one of these three values, +1, -1 and 0. So if the branch current is leaving from a selected node, then the value of the elements will be +1. Next, if the branch current is entering towards a selected node, then the value of the elements will be -1. And if the branch current neither enter at a selected node nor leaves from a selected node, then the value of elements will be 0. So let us discuss the procedure to find incident matrix. So some following steps in order to find the incident matrix are: select, just look here, select a node at a time of the given directed graph and fill the value of the elements of incident matrix corresponding to that nodes in a row. Repeat the above step which was directed by me for all the nodes of the given directed graph. Example, consider this directed graph. Okay, the incident matrix corresponding the above directed graph will be A equals to -1 0 -1 0 0 0 -1 1 0 1 0 1 0 -1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 -1 -1. Okay, so the rows and columns of the above matrix represent the nodes and branches of given directed graph. The order of this incident matrix is 4 into 6. Look here, 4 into 6, which is n into b. Okay, by observing the above incident matrix, we can conclude that the summation of column elements of incident matrix is equals to 0. That means a branch current leaves from one node and enters at another single node only. Always note that if the given graph is an undirected type, then convert it into a directed graph by representing the arrow on each branch of it. So we can consider the arbitrary direction of current flow in each branch. Okay, so that's all the incident matrix. Now let us discuss about fundamental loop matrix. So fundamental loop or F loop is a loop which contains only one link and one or more twigs. So the number of F loops will be equal to the number of the links. Fundamental loop matrix is represented with letter B. Okay, it is also called fundamental circuit matrix and tie set matrix. It is also called tie set matrix. Okay, this matrix gives the relation between branch current and link current. So if there are n nodes and b branches are present in a directed graph, then the number of links present in a co-tree, which is corresponding to the selected tree of given graph, will be b minus n plus 1. Okay, b minus n plus 1. So the fundamental loop matrix will have b minus n plus 1 rows and b column. Here row and column are corresponding to the link of code tree and branches of given graph. Hence the order of the fundamental loop matrix will be b minus n plus 1 into b. Okay. Now the elements of fundamental loop matrix will having one of these three values plus 1 minus 1 0. So the value of elements will be 1 of the link of selected f loop, okay, plus 1. The value of elements will be 0 for remaining links and tweaks which are not part of the selected f loop. And if the direction of tweaks current of the selected f loop is same as that of the f loop link current, then the value of elements will be plus 1. And if the direction of the tweak current of selected f loop is opposite to that f loop link current, then the value of elements will be minus 1. Now let us discuss about the procedure to find the fundamental loop matrix. So some following steps are there, which is selected a tree of given directed graph. By including one link at a time, we will get one f loop. So fill the values of elements corresponding to this f loop in a row of fundamental loop matrix and repeat all the steps for all links. Now this is an example. Take a look at the following tree of directed graph which is considered for incident matrix. Okay, so this tree contains 3 branches D, E, F. Hence the branches ABC will be the link of code tree corresponding of the above tree. By including one link at a time to above tree, we will get one f loop. So there will be 3 f loop. Okay, look here, 1 2 3. So there will be 3 f loops since there are 3 links. This 3 f loop is shown here. Okay, so in the above figure, the branches which are represented with colored lines from f loops, look here, we will get the row wise element values of tie set matrix from each f loop. So the tie set matrix of the above considered tree will be 1 0 0 minus 1 0 minus 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 minus 1 1, which is denoted by b. So the row and columns of the above matrix represent the links and branches of given directed graph. The order of this incident matrix is 3 into 6. Simple. Okay, so the number of fundamental loop matrix of a directed graph will be equal to the number of tree of that directed graph, because every tree will having one fundamental loop matrix. Okay, so after this we will discuss about fundamental cut set matrix. So fundamental cut set or f cut set is the minimum number of branches that are removed from a graph in such way that the original graph will become two isolated subgraph. Okay, the f cut set contains only one tweak and one or more links. So the number of f cut sets will be equal to the number of tweaks. Fundamental cut set matrix is represented with letter C. Okay, the matrix gives the relation between branch voltage and tweak voltage. If there are n nodes and b branches are present in a directed graph, then the number of tweaks present in a selected tree of a given graph will be n minus 1. So the fundamental cut set matrix will have n minus 1 row and b column. Here rows and columns are corresponding to the tweaks of selected tree and branches of given graph. Hence the order of fundamental cut set matrix will be n minus 1 into b. Now the elements of fundamental cut set matrix will having one of these three values, plus 1 1 and 0. The value of elements will be plus 1 for the tweak of selected f cut set. The values of element will be 0 for the remaining tweaks and links, which are not part of the selected f-cut set, and if the direction of link current of selected f-cut set is same as that of f-cut set tweaks, then the values of elements will be +1. Okay, now if the direction of the link current of selected f-cut set is opposite to that of f-cut set tweaks current, then the value of elements will be -1. Very easy. So let us discuss about the procedure to find fundamental cut set matrix. So there are some following steps: that select a tree of given directed graph and represent the links with the dotted line, and by removing one tweak and necessary link at time, we will get one f-cut set. Fill the values of elements corresponding to this f-cut set in a row of fundamental cut set matrix, and repeat those above steps for all tweaks. Now let us discuss about an example. Consider the same directed graph which we discussed in the section of incidence matrix. Select the branches D, E, A of directed graph as tweaks. So the remaining branches A, B, C of this directed graph will be the links. The tweaks D, E, A are represented with the solid line, and links A, B, C are represented by the dotted line in the following figure. Okay. So by removing one tweak and necessary links at a time, we will get one f-cut set. So there will be 3 f-cut set. Since there are 3 tweaks, these 3 f-cut set are shown in this figure. We will having 3 f-cut set by removing a set of tweak and links of C1, C2 and C3. We will get the row wise element values fundamental cut set matrix from each f-cut set. So the fundamental cut set matrix of the above considered tree will be C equals to, look here, 1 minus 1 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1 1 0 1 0 and 1 0 minus 1 0 0 1. So the rows and columns of the above matrix represent the tweaks and branches of the given directed graph. The order of this fundamental cut set matrix is 3 into 6, and the number of fundamental cut set matrix of a directed graph will be equal to the number of trees of that directed graph, because every tree will having one fundamental cut set matrix. So let us discuss about what is a dual network. So two electrical network are said to be dual network if the mesh equation of one network is equals to the node equation of other. So the dual network are based on KCL and KVL. Here is a network A and network B are dual network. We can prove that. So look here, applying Kirchhoff voltage law in network A, we get V equals to IZ1 plus IZ2 plus IZ3, and V equals to I into Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3, which is number 1 equation. And applying Kirchhoff current law in network B, we get I equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3, and we can write I equals to Vy1 plus Vy2 plus Vy3, and we can write I equals to V into Y1 plus Y2 plus Y3 within bracket. So this is number 2 equation. Here we found that equation 1, 2 are similar in their mathematical form. Equation 1 is in mesh form and equation 2 is in nodal form, which I have already discussed in my previous lecture, mesh analysis and nodal analysis. Here left side variable of equation 1 is the voltage and left side variable of equation 2 is current. Similarly, right side of equation 1 is product of current and total impedance of the circuit. Similarly, right side of equation 2 is the product of voltage and admittance of the circuit. So it is needless to say these two networks are dual network. From the example, it is also clear that the dual network may not be equivalent network. The circuit equation of two dual networks are similar in form, but the variables are interchanged. Okay. Next, we will discuss about construction of dual network. So let us consider series RLC circuit as shown here. It is network C. Applying Kirchhoff voltage law in this circuit, we can get Vt equals to Rit plus Ldit by dt plus 1 by C integration it dt. Number 3 equation. Let us replace all the variable and constant by their dual in the equation. By doing that, we get it equals to Gvt plus C dvt by dt plus 1 by L integration Vt dt, which is equation 4. So the electrical network drawn by the circuit equation 4 would be like this, which is network D. Here we can write IT equals to GVT, I2T equals to C dVT by dt, and I3T equals to 1 by L integration Vt dt. It is needless to say IT equals to I1T plus I2T plus I3T. Okay. So this is nothing but Kirchhoff current law. As per definition of dual network, the network C and D are dual to each other. Now we will discuss about table of dual elements. So tables, these are elements: electrical resistance, conductance, inductance, capacitance, service branch, parallel branch, switch close, switch open, charge, flux linkage, mesh and node. Okay. Here I will discuss about some reference book, which is Circuit Theory, Analysis and Synthesis by Abhijit Chakraborty. This is a very good book for BTech and Diploma Engineers. And Circuit Theory and Networks by S.P. Ghosh and A.K. Chakraborty. This is also very good book. And Circuit and System by K.M. Soni. This is the best book according to my choice, okay, for BTech and Diploma. So thank you. Hope you all enjoy my lecture. If you have any query about this video, please comment in my comment section. I will definitely reply to your comments. So stay safe, stay happy, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.